Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. You might remember an earlier couple videos I did on the Chicago v. Glock lawsuit. The short version, for those of you not in the know, is that Chicago accused Glock of purposefully designing their guns to be modified into full auto for criminals. They accused Glock of skirting state and federal law, refusing to change their design to prevent criminals from misusing them, which is ridiculous and frankly not their job, and of personally sponsoring mass violence. Soon after, about a dozen other blue state attorneys general also sent pre-litigation letters to Glock warning the company that they would be filing similar lawsuits. The logic was basically not there, but then it came out that the ATF and Biden administration may have been involved, aka they were absolutely 100% involved. The House Oversight Committee learned that the ATF had a private meeting with Glock, pressuring them to change their designs. Glock said no, and miraculously, folks over at Everytown knew about the meeting and the results of it just a couple hours later and filed the Chicago lawsuit the very next day. So the committee wrote to the White House demanding information on this, and instead, the White House went the neither confirm or deny route, instead talking about how awesome Joe Biden has been, you guys, for gun control, and telling the committee that their time would be better spent investigating already illegal Glock switches. We also know from ATF insiders that the White House has been pressuring the ATF to reclassify Glocks as machine guns, which absolutely would not fly after recent Supreme Court rulings. Now, before I get into the newest development here, this video today is brought to you by Blackout Coffee Company. Blackout is a Florida-based coffee roaster, not to be confused with Black Rifle. Blackout has been a huge supporter of this channel for quite some time, helping to keep this channel running and keep me running with a healthy, we'll call it, dose of caffeine. They do not have a single flavor or brew that I don't like, and by now I have tried just about all of them. I'm really partial to the French toast, the Climax flavor. Sorry, I can't make any jokes like that after the eggplant video that I did. Anyways, that flavor and the chocolate covered cherry. Chef's kiss. They are also huge supporters of the Second Amendment and even have special partner roasts that donate to some of your favorite gun rights groups directly. So, to help support the channel and your rights, go to blackoutcoffee.com/libertydoll. So back to our story here. Last week, the city quietly dropped their lawsuit without any of the big press releases or fanfare of the original announcement. According to CWB Chicago, state records show the original case was closed out last week with a notation that the matter was moved to federal court. Yesterday, the city filed a notice of voluntary dismissal without prejudice with the federal court. The without prejudice stipulation could allow the city to pursue the case again. The filing did not explain why the city made the move. Now, several days later, Everytown did put out a press release that they are filing a new expanded lawsuit, again, with the city of Chicago. Here's part of the statement. The City of Chicago, alongside Everytown Law and Motley Rice LLC, announced the expansion of the city's first-of-its-kind lawsuit against Glock, the manufacturer of the most popular handguns in the United States. That right there will be a key point in this lawsuit, which I will address later. 3 additional defendants were named in the complaint submitted yesterday in Cook County Circuit Court: Glock and 2 Chicago area gun stores on Glock's roster of preferred dealers: Eagle Sports Range in Oak Forest, Illinois, and Midwest Sporting Goods in Lyons, Illinois. The city seeks a court order requiring defendants to cease sales and marketing of easily converted Glock pistols to Chicago civilians, and an order requiring Eagle Sports Range to stop marketing Glocks modified with an autoseer at its location and online. The city also seeks penalties for these actions. The city first filed its lawsuit against Glock in March of this year, and Glock removed the case to federal court. The city is now filing its expanded lawsuit after voluntarily dismissing the federal court action. Notice here, they claim that Eagle Sports Range is actually marketing illegal modified Glocks to their customers, which I completely doubt. What is more likely, once you read further, is that they are merely offering customers a chance to rent a full auto and use it on site at the shop's range, which is not illegal and is actually a lot of fun. Seriously, I shot full auto on my honeymoon. It was great. From the beginning, a major component of Eagle Sports Range's business plan has been promoting its full auto experience, which allows customers to rent machine guns and fire them at its indoor range, a range which it has allowed convicted felons to use. As part of its full auto experience, Eagle Sports Range markets the use of a modified Glock at its range. Eagle Sports Range customers can thus demo a modified Glock at the store's range, purchase a semi-automatic Glock from the store's inventory, and then easily and illegally modify their new Glock pistol at home with an auto sear purchased off the internet. The implication here being is that they are giving criminals the opportunity to practice with an illegal full auto Glock before they make one of their own. I don't know of any proof that this range has allowed convicted felons to shoot there. I feel like that's the kind of thing that would get their FFL pulled by the ATF. But even if that were the case, being a convicted felon would then prohibit the person from legally buying the gun at the shop. I also doubt that they have a modified Glock with a Chinese auto sear available to rent, but I don't know, maybe? Being that this is out of the mouth of Everytown, I find it really unlikely because they have demonstrated over and over again that they don't know what they're talking about. But as a Type 7 FFL, the shop technically could do that if they wanted to. The only trace of this full auto experience that I know of is a 2017 YouTube video and a press release announcing that they had a Glock 18 for rent, which isn't modified. It is a legitimate full auto pistol built and designed that way. So take that as you will. Now, with how ludicrous this is, I still don't think that it's really going to go anywhere. I mean, we have seen stranger things in the courts, but it's going to be stopped eventually. It might be bad for Glock at the first court level, but doesn't stand a chance overall. The more likely scenario, I think, is Glock settling or it getting thrown out at a higher court. What Chicago is seeking is a total Glock ban, eventually in Illinois, according to their previous lawsuit, and that fails all kinds of constitutional tests like Bruin and common use. They said themselves right in their statement that Glock is one of the most popular handguns in America. Right there, common use, you can't ban it. But that has not stopped gun banners from getting creative and wasting tax dollars while they do it. If you live in Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of stuff that your tax dollars are apparently covering. All right, folks, that is it for this video. You guys know the drill of all of the algorithm things. Please like, share, and subscribe if you are new here. Ring that notification bell. Check your subscriptions. I get deleted off of them all the time. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think, though I feel like I can guess. And as always, thanks for tuning in and happy shooting.